Note, before this video gets started, please do not be angry if I do not include your favorite ROM or a ROM that you think is better than one, because this is my own personal preference and I have not played every single ROM in the universe. So there are plenty of ROMs that I have not played that may be better than some of the ones I included, or some of the ones I included may not be your favorite. Please don't get angry. Please don't dislike this video if just because I didn't include your favorite ROM. Dislike it if you think I did a bad job. But anyways, enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, it is DarkBuzz2K, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Top 10s. So this Top 10 will be a pretty interesting one. It's going to be a little bit more in-depth than my regular Top 10s. This is my Top 10 favorite ROM hacks. These are the ROM hacks that I think are the best. The best ever, the best there was, the best there is, the best there ever will be. So, well, maybe not will be, because eventually there'll be better ones, maybe, to pass them up, I don't know. But these are the best currently, right now, to this date. Let's get started. Coming up at number 10 is Pokemon Fire Red Omega. So this game is just like Pokemon Fire Red, but it's a little bit more difficult. So as I previously said, this is the same storyline as the regular Pokemon Fire Red, so this is just like the regular stuff, blah 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 blah, in your room, in your stuff, and like everything else is triggered the same. Now this is where it starts to get different. This is where it starts to get really cool. Different starters. Your starters are Magby, Fire type, Smoochum, the Ice and Psychic type, and Egglocke, the Electric type. So pretty cool starter choices to change it up a little bit, and that makes this game a little more enjoyable. Also, there in some battles, like for some Pokemon, they have different battle animations and battle sprites, so that's also something that's pretty cool to change up the game a little bit. And there's even like different Pokemon in regular routes. Let's just say this Ponyta, for example. This is in Route 1. So that's pretty cool. And also Nidorine female, so another different Pokemon. And also a little bit something different about this game is there's some areas that they added grass so that you can catch Pokemon, and this is like Viridian City, for example, you can catch Ralts. So there's also Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn Pokemon in this game. So that's really cool. And Swablu, for example, is a Hoenn Pokemon. And we see Egglocke is a Johto, and Ponyta was a Kanto. So first through third gen Pokemon are in this game. And yeah, this is a pretty enjoyable game. Gym leaders have a bunch of different Pokemon than usual, and they are harder. So if you want to play a really hard game of the regular Fire Red game, Pokemon Fire Red Omega is for you. Next up on the list is Pokemon Shiny Gold Version X. Now this game is a hack of Pokemon Fire Red, but the storyline is based on the regular Johto games. See, you also get to see the character from the Johto games in this game. And you see this is just like the regular Gold Silver Crystal, except for it has enhanced graphics for the time being. I believe this game came out before Heart Gold and Soul Silver, so this game was pretty advanced for its time. So the starters are the same, being Torchic, Trico, Totodile, Cyndaquil, and Chikorita. So, another cool thing about this game is there's an extra rival. This guy being Pokemon Trainer question mark. But you find out later that his name is Carlos, and he surprises you many times during this game. And if any of you are from my channel, you would know that I did a Shiny Gold X Nuzlocke, and you could check that out. There'll be an annotation on the screen right now. I had a fateful encounter with Carlos at the end of the game, and it really screwed me over. But it was very exciting, very cool. Go check it out if you aren't from my channel. If you are, hello. So if you want to play a Pokemon game based on the Johto games, and you want to play it on a Game Boy Advanced emulator, this is the game for you. Plus, it is very difficult and very hard. Next up on the list are two games, one being Pokemon Brown and the other being Pokemon Rijon Adventures X. So, Pokemon Brown is a Game Boy Advance game, not a Game Boy Advance, a Game Boy Color game, and it's based on the Rijon region. So you can see that there are Game Boy Color graphics, or just regular Game Boy actually. Look around the town, this is what you get, and it's pretty fun. You could also get it in color, but I didn't have the time to feel like doing that, but you can. Go right ahead and do it. It's up to you. I like to play it in black and white. It just gives it a more nostalgic feeling. Hey look! It's Professor Tim! And also for this game, the starters are Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. Now, this is a kind of weird thing about this game. In Pokemon Brown, you get Pokemon from Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh. But in Pokemon Rijon Adventures X, you get Kanto and Johto and also Hoenn. Speaking of Pokemon Rijon Adventures X, here it is. Here's the title screen. It's based off Pokemon Fire Red. Hey look! It's Professor Tim again! Hey Tim! Does this look familiar? Well, this is basically the same town as you started off in Pokemon Brown. So yeah, it's pretty cool. La-di-da-di-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We're just walking down and... Jen? What'd you do to Professor Tim? Aw, poor Professor Tim. You kidnapped him. What'd you do to Tim? So just like Pokemon Brown, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle are your story choices. And the storyline of this game, it's a completely new region and a completely new story. So if you are getting bored of the regular Pokemon games and you want to try a new region, go ahead and try Pokemon Brown or Pokemon Rijon Adventures X. Both are very difficult and both are very fun. Coming up at number 7 is the hack based off the Pokemon anime, Pokemon Ash Gray, where you get to play as Ash and basically live through the anime. So if any of you watched anime as a child, this is a really cool game. As I said, you get to play as Ash, and there's his little sprite there. It looks very close like him. So that's really cool that you get to play as Ash and live through the anime. So here's an example of like an anime part of it. You get to go into your bed, and you get to sleep, and you think about that Bulbasaur, that Squirtle, and that Charmander, just like the anime. And check the alarm clock. It's late. You overslept, just like the anime. The only bad thing is you don't get to run around in your pajamas. It's a real shame. And of course, your starter is the one, the only Pikachu. That awesome yellow mouse guy. So the Pokemon in this game are only Pokemon from Kanto, and the storyline is basically the Pokemon anime. So it's a real cool game if you love the anime, and if you didn't, well, then that's why it's not the highest on the list. But it's a really fun game, and it's really cool to play. Coming in at number 6 is Pokemon Flora Sky. This hack is a hack of Pokemon Emerald, and as you can see, wait for it, there are 5th gen Pokemon in this game. How awesome is that? So Pokemon from Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, and Unova. Man, I did that quick. Hey look, we're in a moving van like always. What a shame. I couldn't even change that. So this is just a little sense of the graphics of this game. The inside is really cool, looking like Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. So really cool stuff here. And yep, still have to do your clock. So here's another sense of the amazing graphics of Pokemon Flora Sky that really like help the game. It really helps show how awesome this game is. The graphics are awesome. The buildings look really great. It looks really advanced for a Game Boy Advanced game. So here's an example of just like the storyline of this game. Oop, didn't mean to go out of the cave. Going in here, you see a Darkrai, How cool is that? There's just another guy talking to you. Maybe you'll see him later in the game. And of course, what's a summary without showing you the starter Pokemon Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur? So if you, as I said before, want to play a new region, a new story with these Kanto starters, go ahead and pick up Flora Sky. The battles are really cool, nice and crisp. And if you want to play with Unova Pokemon in a Game Boy Advance game, go ahead and play Pokemon Flora Sky. Number 5 is Pokemon Victory Fire. So as you can probably tell from the Victini, they're 5th gen Pokemon in this Game Boy Advance game. And there are also awesome new character sprites, so just take a look at that. That's what you're going to be walking around as. Pretty cool. Hey look, no moving van at the beginning of the game. So here's another look at the Victini. And yeah. And just like everything else, it was a dream. We didn't really see it. What a shame. So for this game, you get an Axew as your starter. So it's pretty cool. They changed up his typing, being dragon and fighting. So it's a pretty cool thing. But I haven't completed this game of Pokemon Victory Fire. But I must say, what I have played of it, it's awesome. Just take a look at this battle animation screen. That is awesome. So if you want to play, as I say, pretty much every single time one of these games, if you're getting tired of the normal games, the normal Pokemon games, want to play a new region with a new story, a new criminal organization, a new everything, come and play Pokemon Victory Fire. It's a really fun and challenging game. And I can only say good things about it. It's awesome. Coming up on number 4 on the list are Pokemon Sacred Gold and Storm Silver, hacks of Soul Silver and Heart Gold. So these games are basically the same as Pokemon Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, same graphics and everything. The only difference is there are Pokemon from Hoenn and Sinnoh in this game, so that's a different thing about it. It's pretty cool if you want to play, and it's a great, fun, and challenging game. And for the starters, they're just the same as Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, being Torchic. Why am I always saying Torchic? No, Cyndaquil, Totodile, and Chikorita. Alright, no Torchic, I'm sorry. But you actually can get Torchic from clowns that appear in Pokemon centers that give you quizzes. So, if you really want a Torchic, go ahead and get one. No Mega Blaziken for you, though. It's a really fun and challenging game, and I highly recommend playing it, so go ahead and play Sacred Gold and Storm Silver if you want to play a DS version of the Johto region with Hoenn and Sinnoh Pokemon. Coming up at number 3 on the list are Pokemon Volt White 2 and Blaze Black 2, hacks of both Pokemon White 2 and Black 2. There's really not much different from Pokemon Blaze Black 2 and Volt White 2 from Pokemon Black and White 2. Except for it's a lot more challenging. There are different Pokemon in the routes, and did I say it's more challenging? Something that's actually very cool and different about this game is if you talk to this dude up here, right here, if you talk to him, I just don't feel like talking to him, he will give you the challenge key, which unlocks challenge mode for Pokemon Blaze Black 2 and Volt White 2, which make the game a lot more challenging. So here's Bianca giving us our starter Pokemon. So same starter Pokemon being Oshawott, Tepig, and Snivy. But in this game, they get a new dual typing. Serperior becomes a Grass Dragon, Tepig becomes a Fire Ground, and Oshawott becomes a Water Fighting. So really cool typings, and if you want to change up game of Pokemon Volt White 2, Pokemon White 2 and Black 2, because those are awesome games, I really do enjoy them, and you want to play a more difficult and I would say better version, go ahead and play Pokemon Black, Blaze Black 2, and Volt White 2. Number 2 on the list are the prequels to Pokemon Blaze Black 2 and Volt White 2, Pokemon Volt White and Blaze Black. So they are based off of Pokemon Black and Pokemon White. So I could say the same thing about Pokemon Volt White and Blaze Black as I did for Volt White 2 and Blaze Black 2, except for there was just so much more different about this game. This was the original game where, if you do remember, in Pokemon Black and White, there were no Pokemon from Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh, just Unova. But this game changed it all, and it made it so awesome for everyone that wanted Pokemon from every single generation in the game. That's why I believe it became so popular. Everyone wanted to play as their favorite 1st through 4th gen Pokemon, but they couldn't in Pokemon White and Black. So this game changed it all for everybody in a much better way. Driana60 was the creator of this hack, as well as plenty more that I showed, being Blaze Black 2 and Volt White 2, Fire Red Omega, and Sacred Gold and Storm Silver. So that was his YouTube channel if you want to check him out. But starters are the same, and I could say they have the same typings, being Grass Dragon, Fire Ground, Water Fighting, as I said before. As I did say before, Pokemon from every generation are in this game. Just for example, here's Zigzagoon we found in Route 1. So it's awesome, it's cool. You're not running into the regular 5th gen Lillipups and Purloins in the first route. You're running into Starlies and Zigzagoons and Lillipups and Rattatas and everything. And did I mention this game is insanely hard? It is hard, but it is so fun and so great. I love playing it. I did a Let's Play of this game, Nuzlocke actually. If you want to check out the playlist, check it out. And also, I didn't mention, but I did also a Blaze Black 2 Nuzlocke and a Storm Silver Wedlock. So those playlists will be on their respective reviews. So go check those out if you really want to. But if you want to play Pokemon Volt White and Blaze Black, so many different words and it's so hard to say. Go play them, go check them out. They are great games. I really do enjoy them. And number 1 is Pokemon Light Platinum. This game's great. It has Pokemon from Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, and Unova. There are some awesome cutscenes with some legendary Pokemon. This being, for example, with Arceus, Dialga, Pokémon, and Giratina, all fighting for the power. With awesome graphics and awesome flying people. And look at that house. That house is beautiful for being a Game Boy Advance game. And also, take a look at this. Wait a second. Salamanceus fly. We're flying on the back. So that's just an awesome cutscene that was put into the game. And it is so awesome to play as. So, as you can see, we have, I believe that's Red in this game. So, or no, it's Ash Ketchum, sorry. But you get to play against Ash Ketchum, Red, Gold, every single main player from every game. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. But you can play against them. They're all your rivals. You get to like battle have so many rival battles. The game is so difficult and so hard, but it's so fun at the same time. It's just a great hack, and everything about it's awesome. Here's just another cutscene. This is just Empoleon using Rain Dance. Everything's coming down and raining. It's just so cool. All the cutscenes and everything. It's awesome. And also the Pokemon sprites. You get to see a lot of those. I'm sorry I paused. There's also a new criminal organization, Team Steam. They're just trying to take over the world with their little Poochianas. But these starter choices are Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur. The 3 Kanto starters. Everyone loves the Kanto starters. That's why they're like in every single hack ever. So new storyline, new game. The battle animations are awesome. Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova Pokemon are all in the game, all to catch, and they're great. I did a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Light Platinum, and it was the best Nuzlocke I've done in a while. So I got a Charmander. That's cool. So take a look at that playlist if you really want to. And I would like to thank all of you for watching my reviews of these hacks. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you if you would like to subscribe, like, or even leave a comment. I know I was studying over my words, but I was really excited to record this video. I don't know why. There's a bunch of like gifts and stuff in this game. just like an Ella kid up here. So that's cool. Yeah, awesome. Thank you guys all for watching. And also, almost forgot this. If you want to download all of these hacks I showed and the emulators needed to play them, I will include Desmume and Visual Boy Advanced. They will be in the link down below. You're welcome. This is kind of a 700 subscriber special, kind of, because I just hit 700 subscribers special. I just hit 700 subscribers. I'm sorry, I can't say subscribers. I don't know why. But I just hit that like 2 or 3 days ago. But yeah, you guys can download and play all these games if you haven't already. Thank you guys for subscribing. If you are new to my channel and just found this top 10 video, subscribe, look at my playlist that I linked, look at my channel, subscribe to it, maybe leave a like, leave a comment. Yeah, you can do all that stuff. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.